Fuck, the Continent, fellas, Continent. That's mais barato. Fucking portals are mais barato, man. I bought a 40 euro fucking bottle of Portal for like €7.
In the continent?
Yeah,
it's
but
nice.
they had some poupances. I bought a fucking, brother, I had all kinds of deals. Poupances 75% off, 60% off.
Dude, famous. I forgot to tell you. Did you seen the PNS, the Pulse
Yeah, I claimed
domain?
it. Oh, you made me think of something, Mello. Did you guys see that PulseChain testnet on Hedron Icosa has the HSIs on testnet?
Yeah, it went live a couple days ago. Talking about the app Icosa?
Yeah, on PulseChain testnet, but the more importantly, he has the HSI.
Is there a front end though?
The HSI is visible on the HSI auction. On V3.
Oh, the auctions.
The auctions, yes, on V3 testnet.
No, I didn't
It was
check.
already getting liquidated.
So we're gonna have auctions with no fees?
This afternoon, I onboarded my friend. He bought himself a treasure and everything, and I was showing him how to test it. And I was like, "Holy fuck! The HSIs are available on testnet." We're spicy here.
If anyone is interested, it's in the Jumbotron. There is same thing as ENS. If no one's familiar with the domains, the Ethereum domains, Ethereum said that ENS said that they won't be building. You know, of course, their name is Ethereum, so this is the second option. I heard someone say that it does work, but it won't work for the blockchain or anything that connects to the mainnet.
Mello, do you have a long PNS?
A what?
A long PNS?
Yeah. Not that long. It's mellow.
Yeah, he was in here a while, a couple of days when he was getting that together for testnet, and it was funny. A lot of jokes are flying around. Must have an impactful PNS. PNS must be great.
That's hilarious. I missed him. Oh man, I was trying to get the chance to meet him.
Yeah, Hex Capitalist.
I'm on there right now, and yeah, HSI's auction available. I'm looking at them right now. Can I make a bid? Let me check.
Will the dynamics of the bidding change now with no gas fees, with no Ethereum gas fees? Will the dynamics, the mechanics change?
I don't think so. It would be cheaper because you're not paying that gas.
That's sweet.
Anyways,
dude, I ain't gonna lie though. Famous. I don't know what's up with this HSI. People are getting a little greedy in that auction.
it's okay, man, because you gotta consider, man. When I was purchasing fucking 50 million fucking Hedron for like $5-10, bro. I think it was 10. How much was it? $5? No, it was $10.
Oh damn! It went that low.
Or $20. Yeah, man.
Oh. But my onboards are a little pissed right now.
Bro, we've been buying it, though, bro.
discount.
if you were here remembering me and Bullish just being like, bro, this shit's gonna buy us t-shirts and we're gonna out, bro. This is, bro. I've outpaced me, but I don't even like. At this point, it's
Oh, you
like
don't have to say no more. Like, dude,
I'm
it's
just
there.
the only thing I'm getting native is 555s, and even at that, I regret because I should get HSIs 555s, but I'm only getting like 555. I'm gonna have a crazy. I'm gonna have a crazy ass fucking second cycle. All my native, most of my 555 native stakes are gonna be nice. I foreshadowed them to be nice cycles. I'm gonna be chilling in cycle 2. So like those are my natives, and then my HSIs are ways to accumulate more T-shares during cycle 1.
And I'm trying.
That's how
That's the thing. I'm trying to get those people that are late and in, and they're trying like every time they get to like 2-3 hours, they get sniped.
Bro, ask these motherfuckers how much I've been. Fucking Games Club has been telling me to shut the fuck up. He's like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. Just please, bro. Everyone, like, I've been busting people's balls about this.
I mean, at this point, I think it's just dope. Come on. If you have you have as much.
Bro,
you have as
I
much
bought.
right
I'll
now.
give you the cheapest deal I got. The cheapest I bought. I just randomly bought $90 worth of hex for $30.
Dude, I'm saying 2-3 like I'm seeing $1,000 going for $100. You know what I'm saying?
There's like 60K going for 20.
Type of things, yeah. But the thing is, it's like, dude, there's new people trying to get this, and it's the same wallet addresses. Same wallet addresses.
Yes. But I know who it is, bro. I swear to you, there's 3 addresses that I think know who the fuck I am, because I've done things to certain addresses to let them know, yo, this is me. And like some of them have let me, you get it? So I know that most of the people are people in here, because some people are just like, oh, like I feel like some addresses are letting me get certain ones because I do certain things to make people realize, like, oh shit, that's famous. He just dicked me. He like, that person is that's famous. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I do that to certain people, just on certain wallets. I'm like,
well, damn. Do I have to
man.
dox a wallet to get in or something?
I'm
Golly,
all
tell the
word, man.
whales,
It's all
call the
9 and
whales
3.
up.
It's all 9 3/4, man. It's okay for me. I'm okay about that. I'm doing it sometimes to get people to burn more, because I look at their wallets. I'm like, you got some heat on, bitch. Let me see what you could do. And I come in with a random wallet, and I'm just like, okay, let's go.
Dude, and then there's
like,
no
me,
fighting with it.
Man.
My homie was like, dude, he checked the wallet with one of them that he was fighting with. Dude, he said he gave up because he looked at it and he saw like 100 billion or something like that, and he was like, bro, I just give up, bro. I can't even win with them. I was like, dude.
Anyways. Yeah, I know. But now people are getting into it. But it's okay, man, because the way I see it is like, it's 5.5 million Hedron per t-shirt. You're gonna buy that one day. And I would rather get 1 t-shirt in cycle 2 than 1 t-shirt now. And if I'm gonna get 1 t-shirt in cycle 2 for 5.5 million Hedron, I will wait, because it doesn't matter what I do now. You gotta understand that sometimes too, the end goal for certain people, like for me, is like 30 years, 30, 40 years. So if it's 30, 40 years for me, what's the goal? The goal is to get more, always have more, get something, being able to get more. So if I have to delay my gratification, well, why do I have to have it now and see it grow? I don't have to see it grow. I could just be like, I'll delay my gratification and acquiring it, and I'll acquire more later on. It's gonna happen. That 100 million Hedron's gonna get you 5 t-shares, but 5 t-shares when you're getting 50 hex per t-shirt. Okay, now we're talking. And you can get t-shares in cycle 2. Cycle 2, we're talking B shares and M shares. Maybe we see that in cycle 1, but cycle 2, guys, I understand there's certain people that might not be there. Okay, cool, but this conversation's not for you. The conversation's for the people of cycle 2. I know Hex is the way. Me and Hex is the way. We're the first people to talk about this. Again, here you only hear it here first.
Straight alpha. Don't forget that.
No, dude, yeah, you were
It's not
definitely.
even alpha.
I remember you were going crazy with that Hedron speech. I remember like you was like, "Oh my god, if no one to this is
No. Icosa speech, Hedron speech, Icosa, I gotta give it to fucking Hex is the way. But he opened my eyes to a bit more. I was like, okay, this is cool. But then he's like, nah, bro, trust me.
Down.
Like, look at it like this.
Down.
And then I'm like, oh shit, you're
Down.
right. Because I gotta give him the credit, bro. Each W, bro, it's him, it's certain people, man.
Yeah,
sometimes, man, I listen to people when they come in here and they just say, yo, this is, and I'm like, you were never on testnet and you were never on EW. So like, whoa, no, I don't trust you. You don't understand. Talking about ETH double, Hex, ETH pair. I've been busting people's balls about that. Oh, look which one's doing 100 mil a week in volume. Oh, ironic. Cool. Next thing, look at the prices. Look at the top. Look at the bottoms. Look at our price calls. Look at how we somehow are not in a bear market. It's funny, Mellow, man. I'm telling you, dude. And the fact that you take your Hex, you've been staking. You will one day get Hedron that will purchase you the same amount of Hex that you've been staking it for, but you were able to purchase Hedron, which you can stake Hedron, get more Icosa, which gets you more Icosa, and Hedron, which gets you more Hedron, which gets you more Hex. Okay.
100.
And then watch Communist, bro. If I was someone right now, if I were you guys right now, and I had $50 to blow on a pair of shoes, we'll blow it on fucking Communist.
I already did, bro.
Because I think there's gonna be a game theory about the good accounting. I foresee the utilization of that game, of you being able to delay. Like, you should get paid to stop everyone from getting Hex. Like, it sounds so benevolent, but you should get paid. You should get paid
Say that
for
again?
the fact that you don't. Okay, so when you unstake, you're creating a reaction to the supply, which means that everyone gets paid more. So that means that there's more, meaning that you're causing more inflation, meaning more rewards, which is not necessarily good because that means that there's more to dump, which means that people get more. So you will get paid to stop that inflation from occurring because it will keep the rewards at a pace that is sustainable. So good accounting will be very important because adding in so many billions into the total supply will give that much more yield per day because the inflation is at a constant rate per day on the total supply. So just like the way we get paid per T-share, we're going to get paid per accounted Hex. You mark my words, man. It's gonna happen because when I read the Code of Communists, I understand that there's a bonus, or you're getting paid for good accounting. You're getting paid for starting, you're getting paid for ending, and you're getting paid for good accounting.
Hey, do you feel like most of these 555s or the average stake length will they ever even come out? You think some might bleed out of good accounting?
If they don't, then that's even more reason to be staking while they bleed. I do see that, man. 100%. 100%, man. It's gonna add up.
We're gonna have a lot of good accountings just bleeding out soon, in like maybe a couple years.
No, good accounting doesn't bleed.
You said that what?
Good accounting doesn't bleed.
So where would those fees go? It would go back to
the good accounting
stakers.
means that the hex is just not minted, but it's available to be minted by the address that designed to mint it. Good accounting does that.
After a certain time.
It allows you to save that mint option.
After a certain time period, right?
No, forever. You're able to good account whenever, and then you lock that in.
Natively. Or are we talking about Hedron?
Natively. For good accounting on hex. Because if you make that billion come on the market, then you got to stake that billion in order to maintain your percentage of that billion. Because or else that billion inflates itself. But yeah, I think yeah. Yep. And then you gotta consider this fucking Kool-Aid guy, man. Fucking love him, man. The way he made me, I didn't see it at first, but the idea of all that hex on PulseChain that's gonna be easily inflated. People gonna be doing daily stakes. The fact that even if you do daily stakes, the next day there's more rewards. So the t-shirt price is gonna be dramatically higher. Our rewards are gonna be so fucking high. Therefore, there's gonna be a difference in the prices of t-shirt. Therefore, I see the price of hex being arbitrage due to that. So we will have a balance due to the t-shirt price. What do you guys think? I feel like I'm stoning people.
So many things happening in the Hex ecosystem right now. But guys, it's 5 minutes to 1 at night. And I really, really, really have to go to bed. But I don't want to leave you guys because you're dropping so much alpha over here. I have to get up in 4 hours from now. So yeah. CC, can you call me in sick tomorrow?
There's going to be so much more staking activity on Pulse on a short-term basis. What's that going to do with the t-shirt rate?
Yeah, in a way that's kind
Mr.
of
Way.
a little bit of a mistake to push that too far, the short staking, because you have a pending time period. So if you want to stake for 1 day and then you're out of the system for 1 day in a pending, you're basically cutting your yield in half, right? So you got to be careful how far you want to push the short stakes. So that's one thing to think about. The other thing is, yeah, we'll most likely have a website that we can just basically determine where we should buy hex based on that arbitrage that Famous is talking about. So let's just say it gets really wide difference 5 years from now with PulseChain and Ethereum. You'd be able to look at the yield and you would say, okay, this is going to cost you 40,000 hex to buy a t-shirt over here. It's going to cost you 32,000 over here. How many t-shares are in the system total? And then what's the price of hex on each, and what's the yield that it would give you based on that? And then you should be able to determine, wow, Ethereum's paying out this, PulseChain's paying out this, so I can overcome the Ethereum gas fee simply by buying on Ethereum right now and staking over there, just due to the fact that we have this discount, arbitrage going on. I think somebody will probably build that website, Hex Model, or who knows who, but it'll be pretty cool to look.
I think that's more a game for the whales, in my opinion. Us plebs playing with a few $1,000 or euros worth are not gonna make or break the market in any way. I mean, these guys have got limit orders set up. They've got liquidity pairs set up. Those guys are goddamn geniuses. They can work it out for themselves. Be the market high or be the market low. They can always fix their own ins and outs, if you know what I mean. $30 ETH last month, and now he's playing around with 100 ETH just to buy X. I mean, do you have 100 ETH lying around?
Yeah, and just the shorter staking benefits those that have more to stake. So that won't change. That's true.
Yeah, and if you look at his wallet, he's got 4,000 ETH laying around, just liquid ETH, and some 200 wrapped ETH just sitting there. I mean,
it reminds me of the cartoon of like the whale who's like about to eat a big shark, but then he's being followed by like 30 like smaller sharks, fish, about to eat him.
Yeah. It's true, because now he's got the attention on him, and a lot of people will be following his wallet and his transactions and see what he does. So yeah, a lot of how to say it, proclaimed OG hexagons are actually those sharks swimming around the whale. So yeah, waiting for a prey.
Also, when you end a stake, you don't always raise the T-share rate. So even if we have a lot of stakes ending, they might not necessarily raise the T-share rate.
CZ, are you here? Because I was wondering, I may get 4 hours of sleep, but if I give you the number of my planner, can you call me in sick tomorrow? Just pretend that I have a flu or something. And they're gonna be like, but you're speaking American. And yeah, he's over in America right now. He doesn't feel too good. Please help me out.
Yep. I can't wait to tell you guys a plan when we get closer. Or I can't wait for someone to bring up the plan so we could discuss it, so I'm not the one to bring it up. But there's a plan. The first 48 hours is probably going to be the most profitable for any of you. What could it be?
Do nothing, eat popcorn.
I ain't got no plan.
Tell us.
What do you think people are going to do in the first 48 hours?
A lot of stupid shit. They'll try to wreck themselves.
Yeah. I agree on that. Some people are gonna go berserk and just try to make profit of anything.
What do you think they're going to do?
Trade their fucking shitcoins for
Everything they
other
can, good
shitcoins.
and bad, I suppose. Depends of everyone's situations. Some don't have pulse, some don't have pulse or pulse hex, and they have hex.
Well, let's say everyone in here had the option to do everything. What would you do?
I think in my two
Popcorn.
hacks would be that people are gonna think, hey, I can trade one hex for 100,000 sheep or whatever the fuck it's called, and they're gonna get so wrecked.
I need more hex. I have pulse and pulse hex,
Yeah.
but I won't try to sell pulse or pulse hex for hex for sure.
I can't wait for the first 48 hours.
Some people are gonna get more. If I get more pulse, some people want more pulse. Some people want more P hex. It's gonna be a shit show.
I'm mainly focusing on Pulse X, and hex.
And that's
But I think a lot of new wallets that aren't familiar with the hex ecosystem, they're just gonna ape in and sell their fucking shit tokens for USDC, which hasn't got parity or may get denied. They're gonna be so wrecked.
Famous.
And think of the AMM fees.
Hey, famous.
Mm.
Quit playing, man. Forget the 48 hours. Go ahead and spill it.
Chaz, like, yo, motherfucker, just say
Yeah,
it.
man. Quit bullshitting. Get out the damn vault. Get out of that vault in that basement of yours in that bank and tell us, man. Quit bullshitting.
Yeah, where's Crypto Gains Club? Is he here? No, he's not. Perfect. Okay, I'll tell you guys. The first 48 hours, you think people are going to be bidding on auctions?
Hell
Good point.
no.
So maybe you could pick up a t-shirt for 5 million each run.
Yes.
It's going to cost you how much for a transaction?
Less than a penny.
So with 500 million Hedron, you can do what, 100 t-shirts?
Oof. Oh.
Maybe get 20 out of that if you start a bunch of mini ones. So fuck going for one t-shirt, just go for 100 B-shirts. And just do 100 of them.
Gas might be so cheap, people are just gonna overbid it.
There just might not be enough people. There might not be enough HSIs for people to go through all the pages because I just started 1,000 of them. So you're gonna bid on all of them?
Yeah, I'm game.
That's what I'm talking about, my brother.
No.
Appreciate that. That's the alpha.
Bro, I'm gonna expect yellow envelopes like in the mafia movies, like all folded up and shit. Like when we see each other, it's like, you're famous. I'm really expecting that shit, like just pure envelopes, like just to make
Famous, I'm
the
gonna
government
send you
buzz on the
sort
camera.
of
It's just like,
horse head.
here, man. Thanks for that one, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna send you sort of horse heads in your bedroom. Fuck that shit. I need some of that Matrix
Nah,
eyes.
don't worry about it. I'm coming to Artemis, bro. Don't worry about it.
Surrender your H's eyes.
I ain't going in with nothing. I'm going there with just shorts, a t-shirt, not even boxers. Fuck that.
You going commando?
Yeah, I'm always commando. It's more better hygiene when it's hot.
So if you have a small business or you're starting a business, free cell phones. They credit you $800 so you could get one of the newest phones. Yeah, awesome.
What? I drove 18 tons over my phone. I need a new one. What's up with that?
If you have or recently gotten your LLC or a brand new business, you could go to any cell phone provider that you like. I went to T-Mobile, and you could get a free cell phone, up to $800. They cover anything over that. You just pay the difference, and it's a tax write-off, because it's going to be under your business name. So, winning.
Oh shit! I need to start a bomber jacket business then.
No, that doesn't apply for you, man. You can't make an LLC.
You could get one for free if you register your business or your LLC in California, completely free, zero. In other states, it could range from $300 to $900 to the LLC. But if you live in another state, you could get a register here in California, but you got to pay California taxes. So weigh your pros and cons. DYOR. Do your own research.
Yeah, I'm from Europe, so that doesn't count. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave the spaces on, but I'm gonna hit bed.
Yeah, man, it's about that time, man.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes past 1, and I have to get up at 5. So yeah, I'm gonna be fucked
I
tomorrow.
can barely hear you if whoever's talking. I don't know if you were talking to me or to the group, but yeah.
Nah, he's that tired. You can hear his voice. Me too. I'm that tired, bro. Tomorrow I gotta go take out that wood, bro. That's But yeah, Chaz, was that good enough?
100%. So yeah, my yellow envelope with the wax seal.
So you didn't hear none.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
But I do appreciate it. And I'm sure the others do as well. But that's it. Enough of that conversation.
It's an option.
What are you talking about, Wiz?
I don't know. What you talking about? That coast is inflating like a bitch, huh?
I'm talking about giving or getting yourself an edge in this game?
Wait until the points get harder to acquire.
What?
Just wait until the points get harder to acquire.
Yep.
What do you think is gonna happen next? Is the way with Echosa. I want to hear your take on this. Eh? X is the way. X is the way. So, Mello, what do you think about Echosa? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. I can hear you. But I don't know too much of the mechanics behind Icosa specifically, but doesn't it get burnt or somebody when an HSI gets bought up or something like that?
No, that's Hedron.
Okay.
Come on, man. So you don't even know this shit?
I do. Just don't. I haven't staked or done anything with it. The only thing I've done with Hedron is HSI stake, creating one, and I did a couple of auctions, but aside from that, I'm just chilling right now. But no, that was cool. I'm glad. I wish I did hear, get that 50 million for $5. I would definitely
I think it was
stacked up.
some shit like that.
Huh?
It was some shit like that. Or was that $25? I forget. It was some shit. It was fucking cheap, man. It was 6 zeros.
Oh, okay. So like around 30. So it was like $30 for like 100 million, basically. Yeah. If it was 6 zeros and a 3, or 6 zeros and a 2, it'd be 200 or $20.
Yeah, man.
But I do have my Hedron stake. I'm not sitting liquid with that.
Then you're chilling.
With Hedron, yeah.
But there's compounding because it's. Anyways.
You said, is it compound? You said it is?
There is compounding available.
With what? Hedron?
Staking, yeah, with Icosa. Because there's no bonus on the longer pays better.
On Icosa. Hold on. You talking about with Icosa or staking, or with the Hedron staking specific?
Both.
I didn't see a compound button.
No, but there's 30, 90.
Oh, you talking about like adding to it?
Yeah, like
manually.
No, like you do it on purpose. Like, why would you do one big stake when you could do 5 of them? And one big stake would be 180 days, when 5 of them would be 90 days each, and you'd be able to do it 2 times and get more.
Hold up. On one wallet?
No, multiple wallets, but you gotta understand the value of getting something that later on might be worth.
Oh no, I understand that part. I'll definitely have multiple wallets. I thought you meant like on one wallet you can compound, the same. But I hold Icosa
but
and
you can
Hedron with
compound
one
more
wallet.
if you do one big wallet, then you're stuck for like what, 180, 270, when you could do a bunch of little wallets and be stuck for 30 and 90. And then you just make whatever you make from them, you just compound
one
it.
Wallet is 30 days.
No,
mine
it's not.
is 90.
Yeah, it depends on how much you put. So right now, if you go check on hexmodel.com, or if you go on cryptolearn.com/HSI watch, you get the opportunity to look at how much it changes. So at 30 days, it changes at like 40 something, and then 470, and then at 4,700, and then 47,000.
Oh, like you can see the actual APY?
No, you can actually see like you could go and check and see it when it changes from 30 days to 90 days, and then that's the limit of what a 30-day is. So then if you have, like, as an example, 200 Icosa, then 200 Icosa would be 90 days locked. But if you did, if you divided that into 45 Icosa per stake, you'd have 30-day locked. You would be able to do 45 Icosa staked and then 60 Icosa staked in that same 90 days. So you would just be compounding your rewards.
All right, on HSI watch, I'm adding my wallet. Give me a second.
No. It's not on HSI watch. It's on hexmodel.com. You understand? Actually, let me go and look at it. I'll do this faster. So right now the minimum is 40 Icosa for 30 days.
Are you looking in which one? Hedron Icosa?
No, actually, I'm looking at Icosa staking. So Icosa staking minimum stake 40 gives you 30 days. Minimum 398 gives you 90 days.
All right, I think I'm giving a data set error. So let me refresh this.
Yeah, you would go on hexmodel.com and then you go click the tab Icosa. Anyways, if you do a stake for 40 Icosa, it's 30 days. If you do a stake for 398, it's 90 days. If you do it for 3,975, it's 180 days. If you do it 39,754, it's 270 days. And if you do it for over 300, if you do it over 39,754, it's 360 days. So if you were to do a 400 Icosa stake, you'd be locked for 180 days. If you did 1040 Icosa stakes, you'd be locked for 90 days.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. So I have more than, let's say, 40 Icosa, and like I said, I'm staked for 30. I just checked it. It's like 6 days left.
Okay, but the thing is that it started at 18. So it keeps going up.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna forever keep going up.
Sure.
It won't go back down. That's not fluctuating.
I think it does go back down.
Okay, I must just cut it on the. Okay. Thank you for the.
I'm not sure if it goes back down. I'm not sure.
I haven't heard of this one yet.
It used to be less. It started at 18, if I remember correctly. If you did like more than 19 Icosa, you'd be stuck for 90 days.
So from now on, once it's finished, I'm gonna have to. Okay.
You're gonna restake. So
Right.
you're gonna have to restake, and then if you restake for 40 Icosa, it's locked for 30 days. So if you have 400 Icosa, why lock it for 180 days when you could do 10 stakes, lock them for 30 days, and just compound them?
Yeah.
If Icosa is gonna go to $5, who gives a shit how much you're paying gas fees?
Let's see. Since you got me on this app, let's see if I can outbid you, man.
This is the compounding game, bro. This is the compounding game in order to get the max of the appreciation.
I love how well put this website is. Who
if you want to have it all in one place, you can go on crypto2learn.com, and in the tab it says HSI watch, and everything is in one place. So go to crypto2learn.com, or you can go on hexdirect.com and check out everything, and there's the links directly there. But you can go on crypto2learn.com. Usually it's crypto2learn.com.
Man, I haven't heard you say that in a minute. What happened to that landing page, man?
They're all bro. So there's hextolearn.com, there's cryptotolearn.com, there's hexproperty.com, there's
Oh no, I've
teamhexpool.com,
seen the Hex Direct. Yeah, I've definitely seen your list.
and there's hexdirect.com.
Yeah, you have a list of them.
Yeah, I have everything.
Actually, that's your step of opening that school, as you were saying earlier, yesterday, right? That's a good way to put your
Well,
foot in the door.
my school is learn hex from A to Z, and it says basically this is made in, like, this is quoted by, like, it's me basically explaining hex.
Man, that Hedron chart looks so good. Why you got me looking at charts, my man?
Well, wait until you see my stupid triangles, which it's following it. I know where they're drawing. I'm guessing it. I'm gonna probably be
Hey,
right.
you have a draw.
I have the stupid triangles already drawn, and they haven't moved. I keep sending it to random people sometimes just to show them, like, how I haven't moved it. Look, people know. People know, man. It's as if, like, I touch it.
Now, I
Yeah,
don't know if sorry, Chaz.
no, you're good, Mello. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I've been talking. Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, J Money gave credit to you the other day, famous, because he sent this to me because somebody popped in the chat the other day, was asking a lot of.
Shouts out to J Money.
Yeah, he was getting had a lot of questions. I was like, hey man, I know that there's something out there for the people who are just getting in, and he sent this out. So, but he gave definitely credit and props to you.
Well, what did he give out? Because there's a lot of things I have.
I'll tell you. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit I have, unfortunately.
Hexdirect.com.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's all directly in one place.
Yep.
Place. And you could send those Git books from there to anyone. It kind of like gives them a whole breakdown. So it's like, if you really want to know if someone's serious, you tell them to read that. If they come back with questions, then you could spend time with them. If not, man, like, there's no point, in my opinion. Well, if someone reads those two things, which is like learn crypto and hex, learn hex A to Z, like, you got like a 4-hour conversation with a person if they properly read that shit. But yeah, man, hexproperty.com is gonna be dope too, because I've been looking into making listings also, so I can make like an Airbnb type
A way to purchase Hex with, a way to purchase or rent property with Hex.
Yeah, just have a listing site.
You know, you can
So it's
you can
like
always use your Pulse domain for a website.
Yes. Well, I already have website.
No, what
Yeah,
I'm
you're
saying
right.
is,
Yeah.
I'm saying to bring awareness, and it'll look cool.
Yeah, man, who's building Legos over there?
Famous over here got me connecting wallets and shit. I'm over here been chilling on the couch.
It's famous. He's playing with his Lego.
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
So looks like you're working on something.
And I came to a conclusion about Revolut, by the way. United States is, I think, done for. They're not letting me. And now that I've already signed up and KYC'd, they are not letting me create another one with a VPN.
Yeah, make sure you all go to like the right one. There's the Revolutions with an E, just in case you're looking around.
With the 8?
No, there are a couple of
Well, is it
ones that
true that you
sound
guys
very
are
much
gonna get like arrested
similar.
if you guys
Make
use a
sure you get to the
VPN?
right one.
Is it true there's a law being passed that you guys get like 20 years in jail if you use VPNs?
Yeah, that's really fucked up. I was just reading a few days about that bullshit.
I don't know if that's true.
So everyone that watches like Japanese movies from Denver gets 5 years. Right.
So wait, I'm presuming Bankman Fried is gonna get 20 years for watching this.
Well, if the movie industry is not lobbying heavily for imprisoning or demanding of I don't know what is that jurisdiction of distribution rights.
Yeah, but even though it has bipartisan support, it hasn't.
And that is very fucked up because they are pretending to sign it against TikTok, but they are using the word transactions. So they can shut down crypto if they want with it.
Yeah, it's all encompassing. It actually even entails, it can even shut down Twitter. It's all different types of platforms are trying to have this forethought of looking down the road that people be a little bit more manipulative and creating different platforms. So they're just making it so broad that anything that comes online, they could just hit the button and it'd be squashed, and you looking at some serious time and financial, because the minimum is like $1 million fine.
Spicy's in the house.
So Chaztown, man, how you been, dog? I haven't heard and seen from you in a minute. Adrian, minute.
I'm good.
That was so straightforward and simple. I love it.
No, sorry, I'm reading some other shit on the other phone. Sorry. I found a lot of Twitter channels, Twitter IDs from Red Team, pen testers, bounty hunters, and I'm reading through those news. They are very interesting, and I think everyone that is providing a service for the community that handles crypto, they should really contact these guys and put them for some bounty hunting to play the red team against their interfaces, because they're incredibly good, these guys. They can hack basically everything, and they are receiving on a bounty hunt in some cases as little as $1,000. In most cases, $3,000-$4,000. So you can secure your platform much cheaper than you would think, and you don't want to get in the situation where the whole community will tell to you that you fucked up and you lost the money or some shit.
Oh, that's cool. You found some that you can outsource or bring in.
So there are a lot of Twitter accounts that they are bounty hunters. They are doing it as a job.
Yeah, but do
So
you trust them? Some just don't really find everything, and some might be biased.
Yeah, like kind of like your friendly neighborhood Certic audit.
it's
In a
like
way, like
going to
it
the
like there
doctor.
could,
It's like going to the doctor. You go to 5 of them.
yeah. There's like you just have to, I don't know, figure out what they're really doing, and people on the free market who offer services will compete, and yeah, you can get 5 different ones. Get
Yep,
5 different
it
answers.
is much better to spend to 10K or something than to lose for the community hundreds of millions.
It was interesting listening to, I forget who said it. I don't know. One of the PulseChain projects, one of the community-based projects, as they were being audited. I think it was even Hedron. It was basically like going through. They had to tell them, they had to teach them how to basically audit their code because it was so unique and it was so cursory. Like the default was so just cursory that it just didn't even really deal with really important issues. So as a creator, you wouldn't be satisfied with.
These guys, some of them, they're receiving requests for testing platforms like a web store. And for example, they use a special browser. They go on that web store. They put in the basket a lot of shit. And at the end, let's say they have to pay $1,000. And they go in the code of the website. They modify the currency to ENR, which is like the Indian currency, and then they pay the same amount but in the wrong currency. I mean, it's like they're doing it in like half an hour. They discover an incredible bug. Or for example, they have to test a hardened network for a company, and they exploit the time server. So every computer connects to let's say Microsoft.com to synchronize the time. So they exploit that thing and they get a shell and then they get basically admin rights, exploiting the fucking time server. I mean, it's some bugs are so small, they have to write like less than 3 rows of code and they own that system. And when you're handling a lot of currency for other people, you should really pay for their services. And especially bridges, because if you own the website, you can own the system basically. And basically, these guys can own any website and any server. Let's say they don't know how to own a contract, a smart contract. But if it's a server or a website, they will own it in hours.
famous. Or guys, what you guys think about the internet money wallet? Have you looked into it?
Yeah, I like it. I want to see a bit more. I want to see it live
Yeah,
a bit more.
we got audit coming up soon. That should tell us more.
Yeah, but I'm confident it's gonna be good. It looks cool as fuck.
I have an auditing Android apps, and I've audited that wallet, and the code looked by that platform that I'm using pretty clean, and I've sent to a few guys from that. I forgot who I've sent. Anyway, I send them the links to check it
Oh yeah,
also.
say less. Do that. If you can, give me the results if you can. That would be.
I've already gave to I forgot who, but the two guys I've already sent them.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, it looks user friendly. Hey, what's going on, Mello? I couldn't answer you earlier, but long time no talk, partner.
Montoya, I forgot his name. Anyway, I've sent to two guys.
Don, yeah.
Yes, Don.
It's been a week since mainnet. It's been a week since V3 came out. And have you checked your liquidity, famous? Seems like there's no impermanent loss so far.
Probably no trades.
There was a lot of trades this week. What was the volume? Let's see. Can't even get the info on here. Nope.
We'll see. I have to take some time off.
Gained about almost like 10 ink so far in a week. But the day one ink was like what, 40K PLS, 50K PLS. Now it's like what, 4,000 PLS. So half of $1 for one ink.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Oh my God, you stink.
I'm going to bed. Good night, guys.
Buenas noches.
Peace, brother.
What?
Buenas noches.
See you, famous. Nice talking to you today, man.
Oh, good night. Good night.
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Maybe you want to
Likewise,
add Exlantis as a co-host because I'll go to sleep soon. It's almost 3 a.m. here.
Yeah, I'll still be here, but in case. But I'm
I know you Europeans will be fading soon.
Yeah, it will take me out as a co-host and add Ja.
$419. When PulseChain law, will you be one more with 420?
It's hard to say. It's a good question.
What's it going to take?
It depends what the launch price is, how many zeros. Speaking of 419, I heard I see a lot of new handles around here lately. Cool.
So many PFPs. So at little time. I stole this one from myself.
Yeah, you got good taste in PFPs.
What if I told you it wasn't really a PFP thing?
I'd be pissed.
Disappointed, let down, betrayed.
Suicidal.
Hopefully not that. No. Wait for something else. Something obvious you forgot about or something. Like your seed phrases.
Man, I was running down through Etherscan last night, just browsing some old accounts, thinking, God damn. Man, if I knew then what I know now, fuck, things would be a little different.
How so? Prices
Well,
or gas
just
or just
well, the prices of gas and when the price of ETH was, 1/100th less of what it is now, and you're throwing hundreds of them around like it's nothing, for games and just shits and giggles, you know what I mean? Not knowing anything. And, but yeah, I guess better late than never. But yeah, going through some of those old accounts and shit, it's like, damn, that almost made me sick.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. I paid a lot of gas one something, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So, but I knew that was a lot, and I'm like, well, that must be normal. So I just went ahead with the transactions, and then it didn't take long before I was just like, wait a minute, that's not normal. But I suffered this fee at this time, and then it just made me realize, kind of put it all together. Just gas fluctuates, and that's why it's not the worst thing in the world to maybe let a stake leave, even based on the gas price.
Oh, sure.
For example,
I had a similar situation years back on a centralized exchange to where, I made some just stupid. I wasn't a trader or anything, but I was just fucking around, made this little trade, and I was, I guess there was no liquidity at the time, or who fucking knows, but it was a situation to where I got maybe 5% of my whole stack, which I was trading at the one clip, And it was just funny seeing it go down to the shitter that fast. It took me about 5 or 10 minutes to realize what happened. And but you learn quick, and I'm glad you got that out of the way back then, before I ran into something valuable, Hey, Jean, you remember way back in Telegram chat, the Robert guy named Robert always had the questions about the Trezor?
Yeah,
sure do. Mello does too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why he popped into my head, but I was wondering if anybody's ever heard from him or if he's still around.
I saw him in the Telegram chat literally last week, 2 weeks ago. He was in there.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to hear.
Papa brought him up or something.
Yeah.
Guys, do you remember from the Telegram chat before the PulseChain sacrifice, there was a guy that he was very patient and he was starting to talk with people, and after an hour later or something, he was slowly sending them towards a discussion. Always the discussion was do not tell to other people about PulseChain because there will be more sacrifices and you will own less of a piece out of the pie. Oh my God. I was so pissed on that dude.
Wow, I forgot all about him.
But do you recall him?
That's
Oh,
funny.
yes.
Wow, I had a fight with him so many times. I mean, that guy was so awful. He was very, very patient, and he was talking like people were starting to listen to him, and la la la, and slowly, 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 in 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later, he was always getting to the same fucking discussion.
So many funny moments and intense moments too. Like you and me, Adrian, got into it at times. It's so funny.
Okay.
It was so intense there. So much time we spent.
Yeah, indeed. I think I stayed there over 10,000 hours. I was like the last person on the chat before it closed down because I tried to fight all the third parties basically, and I was hanging around like 20 hours a day.
Yeah, that's true. You two
Good
were
to
there
hear.
religiously.
Hey, I just realized Jimmy's having his space right now. I'm gonna go over there and say hello. So, back later.
Even in the summer, I was hanging out alone in the dinghy on the lake, doing nudism, and with the phone on the chat, waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss those days. I already do.
But that guy disappeared from the community after one of the fights. I haven't seen him back.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him altogether until you mentioned him just now. But I knew immediately once you started talking about him who it was.
Crazy shit.
Do you remember the blockchain wallet, they call it?
What?
It was on Telegram. The wallet's called blockchain. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, I think it was a tipping wallet, and it held Tron, Ethereum, Hex, and I think one other, maybe two other, I don't know, currencies, cryptos, and it was used for tipping people. And we just, back when Hex was worth nothing back then, and so people just be throwing around thousands of Hex as a tip for here and there, just just for shits and giggles and saying hello to friends and shit. Here's 20,000 Hex, oh yeah, cool, thanks, and then you'd have contests and stuff. Yeah, I still have that wallet somewhere because it's not in existence anymore. The blockchain wallet through Telegram. Um, I don't know what the hell ever happened with it, but I have a couple Hex on that somewhere. I have to locate at some point.
Oh, it was like a bot?
Oh, kind of like a bot, but you could transfer money with it from person to person with a command.
Yeah, I recall. I've seen a few of those bots, but I don't know if I saw exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the. So I entered in the Hex community before the push and sacrifice around when Hex was 5 cents before the big pump. So if it happened before, I wasn't in the community.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember exactly when it was, time wise, but it would have been right around that time. I thought you were here before that anyway, but who knows? We'll see.
No, no, around 5 cents before the big pump. They came to the community.
Nice.
Yep, life changing.
Feels good, huh?
Yep.
I think it was the day of the PulseChain sacrifice, the first day, or the first day of the sacrifice, I believe it was one of the bigger days in the voice chat back then, and it was pretty chaotic. I know Papa Boner came in. I can't remember who else. I don't know if Ty was there at the time or not on that, but just trying to keep everything in order. But yeah, I think it was 100 people or something. That was big at the time. I can only imagine what like this room here or the Telegram room over there will look like on mainnet launch. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I've seen they started the audio chat again on the PulseChain, but they're just 2-3 people, and I haven't joined it because I'm joining the Twitter Spaces now.
Okay.
I had kind of a burnout with that chat.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mostly because of our convicted fellow.
Yeah, you'll have these types of situations. No big deal.
Yep.
Hello. Hi. I just want to say, do any of you ever have heard of an app called Clever? KLV. Uh, it's like a Brazilian app that their like token came out like when their app came out, and it was pretty much worthless, and now it's like almost a penny, and I've got like a good few tens of thousands of them, and like I'm still hodling onto them, but I don't know why they haven't spread. People haven't heard of it because it was. I mean, it was. It's a well-known app, Clever. It's called. It's from like Brazil. I mean, I even heard of it. I'm from Scotland, so
I've never heard of it.
No, it's it's based in Brazil, but you can you can stake like KSM, Kusama or Tron. You get good returns if you're staking like Kusama, Tron, Internet Computer.
Yeah, we're not interested in that stuff.
Yeah, you get but lately they've just like upgraded their entire blockchain, and it's crazy because my my Clever tokens are stuck in the KL4 app, where now they've upgraded to the KL5 app, which is a totally different
You should talk to
blockchain.
that community. Those projects are not related to our projects at all. You should talk to that community.
Yeah, it's just that I didn't hear us talking about much. What's GWEI? What's GWEI? Is that like gas token? Gas
Yeah, that's
fees?
yeah.
So is that the price of electricity? It costs
You could, if you go to Etherscan, on the top left corner, you'll
Yeah.
see the way you click on that and it'll populate and it'll show you like the stats.
Oh yeah, it shows you. It's got the little kind of like when you've got a car, it tells you how much it's
Yeah,
going to cost.
yeah.
You've got that
So
Tron scan as well. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that could help. It helps me out. I look at that.
yeah, I understand now because I remember like the gas fees at one point was like horrendous. It was like $80 to send like
Dude,
just like one ETH.
I seen it at like 400, 500, $1,000 last year.
Wow, that's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah, I've had to keep some crypto, like it was Coinbase wallet because I couldn't get it out because it was the gas fees were far too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's what Vitalik does, right?
What's your favorite
Because I remember when
animal?
Ethereum was like freaking 5 cents to transact, and then it went to like 20, $1, $3, $7, $30, 300. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, I'm getting eaten up by in fees. That
Yeah,
shit's whack.
yeah, that's just the fees.
Justin's son fixed all that crypto in the hood.
No, I don't think you did.
I don't know. I remember putting staking ETH1 because it was supposedly when ETH2 came out. Once became unstaked, I would have like it would pump so much of a lot of money, and I ended up losing money because ETH went down so much. And when ETH2 became like not like I could take my money out from the stake, I'd lost so much money. Like it was unbelievable. I don't know if any of
Did
you.
you early unstake? That's what you probably did. You probably unstaked before your contract was over, so you lost your yield and kept your principal.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah,
I never
and then
thought of
also
that.
if you do a stake for let's say 100 days, and you'll get a penalty cost also right there. Like if you pull out, it has to be you have to finish that contract. It's gonna hurt you every time.
Yeah, yeah, because it was like it was about 2 years or something. Because he kept putting it back, then Coinbase done like a Coinbase wrapped ETH, and you could withdraw, and that's probably what happened. Yeah, right. So thanks for that.
I'm looking right now at the monitor scan at the gas cost, and I'm seeing the gas guzzlers. And on the third place is the Down Forever coin. They spent today 100k USD. Why the
Those are
fuck?
the Saudis.
What?
The Saudis. The Saudi prince, he took a vacation. They had to fuel up his airplane.
I mean, that's crazy. And the minter 128k. I mean, that's $250,000 lost forever. For what? I mean, who are these people? Why the fuck they're doing this?
They're the 1%.
What? No. So it's for the Down Forever token. No 1%er will play
Oh,
that
I thought
business.
you were talking about
No,
something else.
no, I'm talking about the Down Forever token.
Oh, yeah, who cares?
I mean, it's insane.
So is 419 a scammer or not? I don't get it.
419's an interesting
He can
cat.
speak for
Watch out for
himself.
him. That's all I heard.
You know him, Bula.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm asking,
So
because he's
that's
here
all
as
they
a
say.
speaker.
They don't say anything else. Just watch out for him.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta watch
come on.
out for him.
Make up your mind, guys.
Watch out for him.
Hey, 419, are you a scammer, dude?
Better watch out.
He's so friendly and forthcoming. It's strange for some.
I can't wait to meet 420.
Hey, me too. What time is it? 35:16.
But why are you guys thinking that he sold something to the community or what? What he did that it's a scam?
Ask Hexdeck. He has
419
What
goofy dumb for the Rolex.
What if Hexdeck was really the scammer all along?
Scamming everybody from
Nah.
their youth?
He's not bright enough to be a scammer.
Uh-oh, guess who's here?
I might fall asleep soon.
Oh, don't worry. Whoever's coming up next will keep you awake.
That was the reason I'm suspecting who, and that might be the reason for why I'll fall asleep.
No, it's not Hexdeck, if that's who you're suspecting.
No. I see a person that I'm thinking it will come up next.
You ever play the game Guess Who?
Yeah.
This is perfect because we could use the emojis like to say what they're wearing or whatever.
I'll
Like,
blink 7 times
do
to
they have
indicate.
glasses?
Oh, no, I was looking at somebody else. I'll blink 7 times to indicate the alphabet letter.
Is it a person in their PFP or a character or like an image?
That's like 3 questions.
A photo.
Is it Samantha?
No. That's the seventh letter of the alphabet for you. S.
He's counting. Hold on, give him a chance. He's counting 7.
No, I don't know my alphabet.
Isn't it the same everywhere? The alphabet?
In Arabic,
Think at the
Yeah,
cheese table.
I never
it's
learned it.
different in Arabic.
Oh.
What is the press away?
Oh, I accidentally blocked somebody. Who did I block? What the fuck? I don't know. Somebody got blocked by me.
419, get him.
If anyone needs to know, tart cherry and cumin.
Like Common, the singer?
Cumin, the powder, the herb.
Cumin.
Whatever, cumin, yeah, whatever. So those two will help with soreness and inflammation, if you needed to know that. And it works 100%. Just get a clean form of it.
Were you inflamed?
I'm not. I'm just letting you know. A-hole.
So I can put it there.
I mean, you just take it, like, ingest
Okay.
it, and it'll probably work there.
Okay.
If the problem is there, it'll work wherever the problem exists, probably.
I told you not to bring that in chat. Nothing is sacred.
Just so you know, everything's recorded.
Double record or triple recorded, because the NSA has a record. Do you think Snowden does his own recordings too? Separate.
Didn't
What
Snowden get
happened to
liquidated?
Snowden, by the way?
He's
Is he ever
wrecked.
coming back?
They only give him a VHS.
Did he get snowed in?
He got snowed in. Got plowed in.
So who's got the biggest node? Peter or Gamma?
Who's the biggest Jew? That was a joke, guys, for Ramadan.
Bill Gates is the biggest Jew.
I don't think so.
Gary Gensler is the smallest Jew.
I said node, not nose.
Oh.
Everything all right, Crypto?
What the hell is that? Is that your seed
Oh, shit, my
phrase
bad.
on a piece of paper, Crypto?
He's looking for a seed phrase.
So free cell phones in California, up to $800 covered.
Bro,
Nice.
what the fuck, man?
Did you hear about that?
First of all, when did you come back to California? Second of all, what is this, the Obama network? Or
What?
Obama phones.
No, they're not Obama phones, bro. Obama phones are like the little peanut ones that you throw away.
Bro,
You could
tell
get a brand new
California
iPhone,
stop giving
a
away
Galaxy
shit.
for free.
What, like T-Mobile, you
Is
mean,
that
or
like a
what? What
program?
are you talking about?
T-Mobile, Verizon Wireless, AT&T, Bell,
Is that
whatever.
an incentive through the Small Business
What's
Bureau in California?
DM me the
Yeah.
referral
Nice.
link, bro.
No referral. It's free, bro. Like, go to your nearest one, and they'll give it to anybody that has starting their small
Yeah,
business.
stop shilling your phones, man.
Yeah, so you get a free phone,
Do you need?
brand new.
I never asked you about like you were filing for the business there. So like what? How does that work?
Well, yeah, in California, I already got
Oh, you're
my
California. You are
the
in
license.
California.
How ironic. We're talking about phones and
Yeah,
I get a phone call. So you're saying go to my nearest what?
California.
your nearest cell phone provider. In California. It might be across live in California.
Your
Migrant,
your
So
mic is
migrant.
wrecked. Your
Verizon
California
see,
Wireless.
that's what
mic
I'm
is
getting.
wrecked.
It doesn't.
So first you move to California, and then you have to apply for an LLC, and then
No, you don't. You could be in any state and still get an LLC and register your LLC in California
You need
for
an
free.
address.
Yeah, you could get one for $10. A virtual mailbox. That's what I have. And then you got to get your EIN number. With your EIN number, you could go get this cell phone.
EIN is federal,
And
right?
yeah, it's your business
Like your
social security card, I
it's
guess.
like your individual as contractor or
It's
business.
your entity. It's your LLC's social, basically.
So once you
And
get
it's
the
just
cell
like,
phone, then what?
well, you conduct business.
Dun, 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 dun.
Then you travel across the border, put in your order, and ship it through.
Yeah, you could. Right? You could be like in Arizona, Nevada, wherever, put in orders, and for whatever business you have. Like, I figured if you're probably in Las Vegas, you probably got some chicks on the roster. Move them around, shuffle them around. I don't know, but I'm just saying, if you're in California, you could get a free cell phone if you have a LLC with the EIN.
Hey, Crypto in the
Um,
Hood, have you looked into your business credit and how to get your registered
yes,
on Dun& Bradstreet?
yes. There's one that you could get for like 30 grand, but I'm gonna shoot for this $100,000 one. Um, that would be dope if I could get that.
Well, I'm not talking
So
about
I'm just gonna.
grants. I'm not talking about grants. I'm talking about actual business credit. You know, trade lines, all that good shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I'm trying to get this apply for that first, and then with the cell phone under register under the business, it's like I don't know. There's a term for it where you're like making it more legit for them to give you credit, I guess. So that's why I went out and to get the cell phone, but they didn't have the one I want. I had to pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, it builds credit for your business if you have a business phone number, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you'll need a fax number also. I know that's antiquated and old tech, but they still love that shit.
Oh, a fax machine? What? Can't you just give them the regular phone number and it's like a fax number? Sort of, right? Or do you need like a double line?
I think you might need a hard double line, man. I need to recheck. It's been about a year since I dug into this shit.
But yeah, for the credit, I'm gonna wait until like a little bit, like probably like a week or two, and then go apply for that credit. But for this grant, I'm gonna apply tomorrow, and see if I could get it or not.
Yeah,
So
look
you gotta
up
want to like,
business credit trade lines.
okay.
That'll get you in the ballpark a little bit.
Yeah, look into that, man. I remember the first time I tried to start a business. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I didn't really utilize whatever resources I had to leverage and loan, because as a business, you're kind of incentivized to do that.
Yep.
So I did all right. And I mean, it worked out, but as a business decision, it was horrible looking back. Just like invested in equipment and then just put it to work. And it did okay. But I could have gotten a lot more equipment if I had leveraged like whatever I did have as a business and had a longer.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
You go ahead, Bush.
Yeah, I did the same thing, man. I had a picture frame shop and art gallery for about 6 years and didn't know shit about business credit. Could have blew up so much more. Yeah, because I was doing you can do 30, 60, 90 days on your vendors that supply you with everything: glass, art supplies, paper, fucking paint, framing, molding, all that kind of shit. Those are considered trade lines, like Office Max. You know, get a credit card through Office Max or whatever, and that shows on your Dun and Bradstreet.
Yeah, but I believe from what I'm seeing, I think they asked me for my credit score, and where the way I was gonna do it, they don't ask you. Well, they don't ask me for anything. They're basing it all off the business. I don't know if this is like that. I haven't gotten to that
Yes,
spot,
that's
but
what you want. You want it off the business. You don't want to be tied to it.
right. Let's go to the FAQs.
Hey, do you mind me asking what the business is going to entail? Like, what service are you going to provide or whatnot?
How about you mind your business? Well, my business is gonna be I'm gonna be like a like
He's gonna
I'm gonna
become a
fund
drug trafficker.
startups. I'm gonna fund startups. Um, I'm gonna be like a hedge fund, I guess you could
Startups
say.
for the cartel.
Have you found the website that shows your government number for that particular enterprise?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean government number? My
I can't.
EIN number?
No, it's something
Like
else. I forgot the
categories
name
of
of it.
sector.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I didn't
it falls in
fall.
a certain category, and that category gives you this number, and then you can do all kinds of crazy shit with that number. I forgot what it is.
Well,
I forgot the name of it. Sorry.
when I filled out the application, I asked you, what industry is your business, or what do you do? And right there it says, if nothing populates, just write it. Just write what it is, right? What your business does. And it didn't fall into a category, because I put down create create new business and fund startups or invest in startups.
Fund
So I don't
startups,
know.
FUN or fund, FUND?
Fund.
Okay, cool.
Just don't tell them it's for the cartel. You should be fine.
Where'd you ever come up with that idea?
For what?
For your Bennett?
About investing in startups?
Yeah.
Well,
do you know who your
He got
target
rich as
market is?
fuck.
I came up with that like on my own, I guess you could say, because that's what I was doing for the last couple years, investing. And if you could get in early, like an angel investor, you could do pretty well.
Do you have somebody giving you
So
advice? Or you kind of just doing your own research and
no,
figuring it
I
out?
was just doing my own thing, just rolling with it.
I heard SVB Bank is good with startups.
Actually, they are, but they're a bank, so, and I'm not a bank, so.
No, I'm saying to get a credit line or something from them.
Well, that's why they're a bank, so yeah, you might not want to do that.
I like Richard Hart's advice when he talks about the more efficient move to make with revenue is staying in crypto and holding. You know what I mean? Rather than starting the brick and mortar business or the
Yep, I was
ice
thinking I have
cream
the
and hoagie
same.
shop. I mean, unless you like a lot of risk and little chance of survival, unless you're into that kind of thing, then go ahead. But there's a lot.
Well, technically, I'll be doing the same thing I'm doing now, but under a business name.
No, that's cool. Like, what's your objective for the business, or you personally with the business? What are you trying to accomplish?
Success. Just fund small businesses or startups and be an angel investor in them and cash out whenever I feel like selling.
Where do you get the money to give to the startups? Is that what the loans are for?
SVB.
Well, that and what I'm going to accumulate in these next 5 years.
That's good. You're going to wait 5 years to launch it. That's a breath of fresh air there.
Oh, to launch what? The business? The business it's already. I'm working it right now.
Oh, you're already locked in and signed and shit. Okay, I got you.
Like, once I do get this loans or credit loans or whatever, I'm going to use that to invest into certain projects within the community. Since everything's brand new, I believe it'll be a perfect time to get in and then just have a awesome business that's going to be most likely successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think.
And put your crypto wallet as an angel investor for Pulse and PulseX.
Not my wallet. Get a new wallet for the business, yeah, and everything will be under that. And
yeah, last time you were talking business, you were going to start doing a little bit of affiliate marketing online, and now you're a couple weeks later. I haven't heard you talk about it until now, and you're going to be a hedge fund manager and shit. You know what I mean? Be careful, bro. Do your homework because it's not looking good. I don't mean that personally. I'm just saying in terms of, it sounds like you're in it for financial gains. If that's your objective, You know,
Isn't everybody in it for financial gains? Like, why are you in crypto?
yeah, I'm not referring to crypto. I'm referring to you getting into a business that you don't 100% understand. And I just, we're looking out for your best interest. I don't want to see you get crushed when you already have the greatest appreciating asset, of all time right in front of you in your wallet. You know what I mean? And so if you're after the money, you're it might be sitting in your lap right now already. And you could have
Sitting
that.
in Hex is the Way's lap, actually.
Hey, Crypto in the Hood, congrats, man. Sounds good, dude. I wish I was there with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be obviously learning this on the way, but I think I did pretty damn well until I got wrecked, but that's taken care of. That tuition is paid for already. But yeah, I think I want to do pretty damn well. I got to this point without anybody's help, really, right? So, well, got to this point with everybody's help from this community. I learned so much off of everybody, right? Just paying it forward. But to get to that point where I found Hex, yeah, I did that shit on my own. I just fucked up by being a procrastinator and not doing what I was supposed to do during that time. But that's in the past.
Correct. Don't
my father sent me an article about lazy people. Anyway, somewhere in that article was explaining that the army of I forgot what country was putting people in 4 categories. So stupid people that are lazy, stupid people that are working, intelligent people that are lazy, and intelligent people that are working. And basically, in order to become a general or something, you had to fall in the category of being intelligent and lazy. Because if you are the type of person that are working a lot, you'll kind of overdo things, spend too much on details and shit like this. If you'll have been lazy and intelligent, you'll use your intelligence to be more lazy, meaning to create systems to allow you to not have to work.
So you're telling me I'm fucked, right?
That makes sense.
A lot of it.
I think Hex is the way. He's smart. He can't be a general because he works a lot and he's a genius. So, sorry, Hex is the way.
For a lot of people, unfortunately, this crypto thing is their first experience with investing of any kind. And
yeah, but there's a lot of people that have been doing it for a while.
Right, but the majority are young, and unfortunately, they haven't experienced traditional legacy markets, which is good because they suck for the most part. But so they when they start out here and whack 1,000, 10,000x, they think that that's just how life works. Is everywhere you look, and a lot of people they fall victim.
Have you experienced a 10,000x?
Yeah, a lot of people here have.
Guys, sorry to interrupt. I remember what was the article talking about. The article title was that lazy people are living longer.
I remember Crypto in the Hood when I was excited about this business that I didn't really plan too well. I went to my first accountant in life for that reason, for that purpose, for advice and organization about it. And I told him what I wanted to do and what was happening and what I had to work with. And so to tell you guys, I guess it was entertainment related. So I was providing services for production shoots and stuff like that. So we needed
Damn, Jossel.
Equipment.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
Let's go,
So
baby.
from my cameras all
Yeah.
the way down, whatever it was. So I was gonna provide not the entire thing, right, but just a small part of it based on the service I was providing. And I told him all my aspirations, dreams, and plans. And basically just looked at me and said, "Man, you're like spending more with your ideas than you're making. Doesn't make sense. Like this whole thing doesn't make sense." I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm not going to provide good a service?" Well, of course you're going to provide a great service, hopefully. But mission of a business is one thing, which is malleable and has a lot of variables to it, but it's also just about cash flow and understanding that. So I think that's what he was trying to tell me, that like you're spending before you're guaranteeing your cash flow, or you're spending even if you do have cash flow, you're going to be spending more going out on this service than you are bringing in with it. So simple equations like that. So he wasn't really criticizing me, but he was just, as a mathematician, just pointing something out because I was thinking as a creative, and I was very excited about my business.
Hey guys, I just
Go
posted
ahead, buddy.
I just posted a new video today. Pulse astronauts. Can you go check it out and give me some feedback? I'm in the room. I just want some feedback from you guys. Thanks. I've posted it in the comments too, so it's easy to access, and I think I've sent it to Jocelyn as well. Try and get a new video every day.
Okay. If Jocelyn approves, I'm good.
Go ahead, Awesome Mac.
The pressure's on.
You're awesome, Mac. Go ahead.
Hey, what up, guys? Hey, no, I just wanted to chime in. How's everybody doing, by the way? But you guys are talking about.
The big signal.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
You guys can hear me? Oh, okay, cool. My Bluetooth was switching from my car to my earpiece, but no, I just wanted to mention you guys are talking about business. So when I was running my business, one of the things that I learned was to I did a lot of like self-help, right? I read a lot of books. I was in sales, and there was a book that stuck to me, and I talked about this book to everybody that's considering going into business, or they have an idea and they get all excited. And maybe you guys have heard of this book. The book is called The E-Myth, the Entrepreneur Myth, right? So it's called The E-Myth. And it goes into detail about how most businesses fail within the first 2 years, right? And it pretty much gives you kind of like a breakdown of like what the recipe for the success of a business is, regardless of what your business is. So I think that anybody considering, going into their own business or opening something up really should look at that. I could see where you guys are coming from, giving Crypto in the Hood advice, because it's not a joke. And I've seen so many people get all fired up and, launch a business, and then
Do you remember any of the pitfalls? You got anything offhand to suggest not to do?
yeah, so the main thing that it talks about is how everybody needs to stay in their own lane. Like, for example, first of all, you need a team to run a successful business, right? Unless you want to be a slave to your business, trying to run it yourself. But, instead of having a job, like you're not a slave to a job, you'll be a slave to your own business because you're the one having a bit, right? Like, for example, I have a neighbor who's he installs floors, and I met him like 2 years ago when I first moved here where I'm at. And one of the first things he told me was like how he's having such a hard time finding other people because he's so picky about, you know, how he wants his work done and stuff like that. And you know, I told him, won't you find somebody, right? And so you can like free yourself. And he's like, yeah, it's just really hard, you know, blah, blah. So here we are, you know, like I met him 2 years ago. He's been doing that for years. And I just talked to him yesterday again. And it was just him complaining and venting about this job that he's been doing, right? So like I said, the main point is like, you know, you need a team. And you need a team of professionals that are good in their area, right? And just to give you guys like a little quick summary of the book. The book begins with a story about this lady who used to love baking pies. Like she loved it, right? Like she grew up doing it with her aunt or something like that. So then, you know, as a grown person, you know, people were like, hey, you should consider opening up your own bakery shop, right? So, you know, she was all hyped up about it, right? And they're like, all right. She was like, all right, yeah, you guys are right. You know, I'm really good at it. So she goes and she like invests all this money, you know, for her business, for licensing, to get the place, the location. She had to like invest in like tables and, you know, like displays and stuff like that. Just investing a lot of money into her business. I think it even goes into talking about how she like cashed out her 401k to like go all in on her business, right? And, you know, then bam, she opens up her business. And really soon she starts to realize that, you know, she's not an accountant. She needs to hire somebody that's good at the books. You know, she needs to hire a cashier so that she's the one that's busy making the pies or baking the pies or whatnot, right? So she's like, I need to hire a cashier. I need to hire this person, that person, but I've never hired anybody. So I need to hire like a business manager to help me do all that, right? So she ends up hiring this person to like do the hiring for her so she can, you know, focus on what she's good at. And this is what I'm about. People need to stay in their lane. So she's good at baking. So she had to, you know, be the baker. She can't be the cashier. She can't be the books, right? She can't be the one doing the accounting and nothing, not like that. So she hires somebody, and then they hire some teenager. Teenager doesn't work out as a cashier. Hire somebody else, and I think like statistics show, before the 2 years hit, she ended up closing it down because it turned out that the person she trusted to like do the hiring and the books and all that ended up that he was robbing her, and she wasn't aware because, you know, she didn't know nothing about the numbers or you know, how much money was coming in and out. She was just focused on being the master baker, right? So this is what the book goes into. You know, like if you're going to open a business, understand you need a team of professionals to do things, because when you try to spread yourself out, you eventually spread yourself out too thin, right? So like, for example, with my neighbor, you know, he's really good at doing floors. So that's what he should focus on, right? He's not really good at doing like the numbers and stuff like that. And I was asking him, he was complaining about like this client that he has, that he can't get payment from him. And I told him, well, do you guys have contracts written up? Like, you know, like there should be a contract written up. And the guy's like pulling his leg and having him do all this extra work that's not, you know, wasn't included in the original bid price. So now he's like way over in the time limit that he gave himself, and he's still doing work and he still hasn't gotten paid because he's not good at that, right? He's not good at the numbers. He's good at putting floors down, but he's not good at collecting payment, right? But anyway, so I just, you know, it just kind of goes into that, how eventually you need a team of professionals, right? And everybody needs to stay in their own lane. Once you start crossing each other's lane, that's when shit starts to happen, right? Like when I used to run my business, I used to do the analogy of like, imagine the business being like a well-tuned car, right? So, you know, somebody's got to be the steering wheel. Somebody's got to be the wheels, right? Somebody's got to be the engine. The steering wheel can't try to be the engine and stuff like that, because once people start crossing into each other's lanes, then it's not a finely tuned machine, if that makes sense. So that's kind of just like what the book talks about.
Yeah, one thing you said is that no matter how good of a service you provide and dream of how your business will function, sometimes the people providing your fuel who are paying for your services don't necessarily want the best cake. They just want a lot of them quickly. So
I want to say a story also when you guys finish.
Go for it, man.
So I read a book when I was little. It was named in my language something like the Mind stories, and it was containing like 8 stories, short ones. And I won't be able to say it very nicely, but the idea was one of the stories was there was a guy fishing on the lake, and somebody came at him, and he sees him fishing daily there, and he says, "Why are you not trying to do something more out of this?" And the fisherman said, "What should I do?" So you should try to go and sell your fish, gather some money, take another boat, hire somebody else to work with you, and then try to expand it. But it was explained in more pages. Try to basically create a company out of it and have a team to do the fishing, so you can earn more money. And the fisherman said, "Why should I do this? Then you'll be able to rest for all your life and stay on the lake and fish." And the guy said, "I'm already doing this." So basically, it tries to explain that you have to see what you already have, because some people cannot see what they already have and they're trying to get more, but that more is not what they need.
Well said, Adrian.
Thank you.
A book that stuck with me that had to do with business and stuff was a book called Who Moved My Cheese? An awesome book. Everybody should read it. A really small book, really short, quick read.
And that was called Who Cut the Cheese?
No, it's called Who Moved My Cheese?
Oh, okay.
Come on, guys, tell more stories.
I kind of like your stories, Adrian.
What?
I kind of like your stories.
Yeah, I don't recall another one to tell you. But that book was very short. It was containing 8 stories, and it was like mind blowing. It impacted me for many years. And this one with the fisherman, it never exited my mind since I've read it.
That's fantastic. That's the type of thing I had to read when I was younger, even today, because I can't retain when I read. So the short story type books were always efficient for me.
Yep.
Oh, I found out this morning that you can live in Portugal if you make $1,000 a month of income. Golden visas, though, are very expensive.
It depends, don't you think? Like, if you qualify for certain whatever.
Yeah, they got a bunch of different ones. They got like artistic investment, entrepreneurial investments, real estate investments. Like real estate investments, like 500 grand, get a golden
So
visa.
if you have 500 grand and you buy a property, you could get one then, right? Or no?
Yeah. I don't know the intricate details, but according to the website I'm on, that's a yes.
Oh,
The most inexpensive one is, I think, where you basically start a business and hire like 10 people, and then after that it can be dropped down to 8 people. I think that's like I don't remember if that one's 250,000 or if it's the artist one is 250,000.
Yeah, if you got the 500 large, you can check any box you want for the most part, and everything else is negotiable along the way. That's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, but to get a retirement one is $1,000 a month. I was like, holy shit.
And coming back a bit to businesses, one of the most expensive thing for a business is the human capital. It's very hard to find somebody that gives a fuck about your business. So apart from you exposing to a number of things, to the laws, the government, the taxes, the everything, having to learn how to do all sorts of other stuff, even if you want to grow plants or to be a farmer or whatever, if you are making it as a business, now you have to learn a lot of new shit. I had a friend that had a big farm, and basically he was growing bio. He had years of experience of all sorts of techniques. I don't even remember the names right now. And most of his job was at a fucking desk. He was an amazing farmer, but most of his job was at the fucking desk doing shit that it was nothing related to agriculture.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like about if you're good at something, you need to just stay on your lane. You need to just focus on that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason if this guy's a good farmer, there's no reason why he should be in front of a computer, right? So like for example, the business that I was in was life insurance, right? So I was in a multi-level company doing life insurance and investments and like estate preservation, debt management, stuff like that. And there were people that were really, 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 really good at the phone call, right? Like just being on the phone and making phone calls and closing people left and right. There were people that were really, really good doing that in person, right? Just prospecting out, prospecting strangers on the street, at the mall, at the gas station, wherever. And there were people that were really, really good at closing business, right? And this is what I meant earlier about, having like a car, right? I used to say a Lamborghini. It's like we have this Lamborghini, but because nobody's like focusing on their strengths, like this Lamborghini is like stalling and going 5 miles per hour. So we're not utilizing this business to its true potential. So the closers that were really good at closing business, they were the ones out going and doing appointments, right? And the people that sucked at closing, well, they just had to bring people in one way or another and put them in front of the closers, and then they would get a 50-50 sales split, right? So it was awesome because the business worked out really well if everybody just focused on what they were doing, right? So for example, if somebody sucked at selling life insurance, then they could never sell they could never sell a policy. They were scared to like go for the closing or go for the closing question or whatever. They could easily have somebody else do that for them, and then like I mentioned, they would get a 50% split, right? And so now you have two people winning, right? And for example, a lot of the times the person that was really good at closing business in front of people was not really good at bringing business through the doors. So if you're not good at bringing business through the doors, then what business are you going to close? So this is why it was pretty cool to see that the whole organization focused on what they were good at, and this way everybody won, right? So this wasn't a sales environment where if you sucked, then you weren't going to make it, right? So if you sucked at sales, but you were really good at recruiting, well, just put those that you're bringing in front of the people that are good at selling, right? And if you suck at recruiting, then just focus on those people that are really good at recruiting, and then they bring them in front of you, and then you close business and you get paid, right? So this is what I mean about everybody focusing on their strengths,
Yep.
Yep. In theory, yes, absolutely. But the unintended consequences of every move and decision you make, and if you're the entrepreneur and doing it, you're on your own, like he is. There's just so many negative externalities that you can't even really comprehend how many until you step in it. Then it's too late at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody's ever read Robert Kiyosaki's books, right? So he talks about the 4 quadrants, right? So the first one is employee, the second one is self-employed, right? And a lot of people that, like where I'm from, San Jose, a lot of people had their own little businesses and stuff like that, and it was very apparent that they were like, I had a friend, he's like, hey, I want to open up my own, Crypto in the Hood. I don't know if you remember, Emilio used to always talk about opening a little hot dog cart, right? And one time I told him, I'm like, dude, if you go open up a hot dog cart, you're going to be a slave to your freaking business. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't go out there and sell hot dogs, let's say you get sick, you don't feel good, you're not going to go out there and sell hot dogs. That means no money for your family. But I was like, guess what? What if you expand your business? What if you go out, and invest in like having 10 hot dog carts, and then, grab 10 people and then put them out to work, and you'll be the 11th one. So if for whatever reason you can't go out and sell hot dogs, you have 10 other people selling hot dogs for you. You'll pay them whatever the wage is, they're worth, but you're making all that money. So now you're a business owner who actually owns a business. You don't have somebody who's self-employed who's a slave to their business.
Oh, I recalled another
Uh,
aspect.
uh,
So that friend that had that farm, he had like 10 to 12 people working for him. He was selling like $2 million veggies a year, all natural. And for like 2 or 3 years, he worked for free for his own farm, while the people working for him had a full wage at all the time.
yeah, it's probably 90 hours a week for free.
Exactly. He worked the longest hours and got nothing back basically in the last years.
I also found on a service level, certainly in my industry, but I'm sure in others, that the sector that made the most money and did the least work is for certain were the suppliers.
Mike Rec,
The industry was.
Your mic's wrecked.
Yeah, my mic's wrecked. Sorry.
Good now.
So I found that in my business that most of the people, the sector that made the most money were the suppliers or the vendors of the things needed to supply those services. It wasn't even the service providers or even the industry they were serving. Um, like vendors made the most money. The equipment or supplies, like I imagine if you was talking cake, it would be the sugar supply.
Yeah, like the shovel sellers for the gold digging industry. It's like a old story I know that like business lesson in the industry of gold digging. The people that are making most of the money are the shovel sellers, the shovels, the people that are selling the shovels.
Yep, completely agree. So this is why I like fell in love with sales, because I was just like, man, like if you're really good at sales, like like or not necessarily good at sales, but if you're really good at like talking to people and persuading people to make a decision that's good for them without them even realizing it's good for them, then you're gonna kick ass in sales, and these are the people that make the most money. So I love doing that when I was doing insurance, and every time I'd meet somebody else that was like in the sales industry, like I can quickly identify them, whether they were like in real estate or medical sales or whatever. Like it's just a completely different animal, and I think that based on the amount of effort that a lot of these salespeople put in, they make a lot of money, and I think it's well deserved. This is why I always chose a sales position over an hourly position.
I think that's why affiliate marketing is so popular.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Extremely easy.
things set up right now in time and technology to make that line excel. So you're right. But a lot of people hop right into that too without doing their homework and thinking that they're just going to get free money handed to them. And as you know, it's not the case. There really is some steps you got to take and disciplines you got to have to to do well. Crypto Node, have you done anything more with the affiliate marketing stuff?
We're working on it.
Yeah.
I tried a few affiliate marketing.
It hasn't showed up yet, so I had to contact them again and see where the software I pay for is at.
So you see how much you're already spending and time and on a business that's not even doing anything yet. That's just, not a criticism of you at all. It's just an example of kind of what I was talking about earlier. And you don't realize like how much.
Not a business.
I know. It's just an example for, like you start something, you think it's going to be smooth. Oh, I'm just going to open this thing and do this. And then you're like, oh, whoops, I need to buy this. I need to get this. And I tire these people. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're saying the stuff we give a fuck. We don't want to see it crash. You know what I mean? It's all constructive for you and for ourselves. So it's nothing negative at all. Just don't, the more you can learn, the better.
I tried in the past a few affiliate marketing businesses online, but I didn't have much success until by mistake I got involved in Forex. And in 2019, I made basically one of those review websites for one single broker. Usually people are doing for like 25 brokers. And basically you read the review and you have a sign up link, and that sign up link contains the affiliate link. And basically I made a few screen recordings while I was doing Forex. I put those on YouTube on a brand new channel, not advertised anywhere, no social media, no nothing. And I let it there for like 1 year. It got a few thousand views for each video. I think I had like 4 or 5 videos at most. And I was recording while laying in bed. So my voice was very bad. And my English was also very bad. And basically from that, I'm still getting money even today.
Yes.
That broker is so fucking good. I can withdraw 5 days a week. I withdraw it now, and in the morning I have the money on my card. I mean, it's quite something. They actually called me and said, dude, you haven't bring anyone new since 2020. What is happening? And I was like, I should try again.
Yeah, you find some good evergreen content to put out there with a solid, program through the affiliate route, and you put it in the right spot. Like you said, you've got to keep up on this stuff, and you should for a lot of different reasons. But you can do it just like you did, Adrian, too. If you don't want to put too much time or money into it, and just let it go. And that's true passive income. They're working for itself. So that's if you give that a throw, that's something that you can test the waters with without investing, any money or much time. But you get to see the effects and results from operations through various lines of business. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, the funny thing is that I've put off the videos and the website. They're not on the internet for years. But because of the commissions, how you get the commissions from that broker, if the people are still using the service, you still receive the commissions. And that recurring payment is incredible. I mean, it's such a difference because most of the brokers, they offer you a one-time payment. And that is stupid because you have to continually bring people. But if the broker is good and the people that are subscribing to it, they do not find any reason to change the broker, they'll use it for years. They're still using it today after so many years, 3-4 years. They're still using it.
And if you're under a revenue share program rather than a cost per acquisition spot, you're going to with most industries, when you're earning a percentage for the lifetime of the client, like you said, that adds up. And rather than just a one-time hit of whatever you make, $10, $20, it's getting paid for the lifetime of that person's activities can be impressive, especially if you're in a line of work to where, you know, it's a situation to where the customer, like trading, is always going to lose for the most part, or gambling, always going to lose.
Yeah,
So there's always going to be. I mean, that's where I made the most money in my life, is in this that specific line of work, and it's you know, it's interesting, but it's efficient and it's proven and it's easy and enjoyable.
the reason for which I put off the website was exactly because of that. I knew somebody personally here in my country that lost like 120,000 euros that were loaned, not through my broker, through eToro, which is one of the shittiest brokers out there. And I also found the Hex community, and I was thinking like it's a bad impact, like a karma impact, a bad karmic impact, and that's why I put the website of the internet. But it's still working even today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, little passive income never hurt anybody.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm always preaching about. You know, like doing whatever it takes to create passive income streams. You know, like if you're gonna spend a lot of your time like focus on something, I'm just like, why not try to make money out of it? You know, and make multiple streams of income. This is why when I really got into crypto, like last year, and really saw what it was, I'm like, no fucking way, man. This is freaking
Your
awesome.
mic
And this is
is
why I'm
reg-
making
your mic
a lot
is
of projects.
Your mic's right.
Yeah, it always happens here where I'm at. Give me a second. Can you guys hear me?
It's better.
Yes.
No, I was just saying the things I always talk about, creating multiple streams of income. And it's the reason why when I really saw crypto for what it was, some of the projects that I got involved with, that, you know, that's literally like a lot of these projects that I got involved with, I literally see them as money making machines, right? And it's something that when I was young and when I was like, you know, selling drugs in the street, when I was young, trying to figure out how to make money, I remember hearing, you know, like sometimes people would pay me with their fake money, right? And I would always wonder, like, man, you know, how do they fucking make this, you know? And I was always into looking how to make or how to acquire a fake money making machine, right? And so now, where I am today, and a lot of these crypto projects that I got involved with, I literally see them as money printing machines, and it's one of the things that I've been preaching about for the last 10 years about, you know, doing whatever it takes to create multiple streams of income, because, you know, a lot of us, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard of this, you know, many times. A lot of us are sold on just, you know, work 40 years, right, and then retire, and then, you know, retire all, you know, at an elderly age and enjoy that little bit of income that comes, and hopefully it works out, right? So that never sat straight with me. So I was always just trying to figure out how to make multiple streams of income, whatever it takes, whether it's real estate, you know, whether it's investing, whether it's crypto. Like that's the number one thing that I always talk about. And that's it. That's the only way you're gonna free your life.
Oh, so true. In this day and age, there's no reason, I believe anyway. Maybe I'm living in a fantasy land, but I sincerely believe that you are capable of doing anything that you love and to make a living out of it. I mean, the tools are there to do anything you want that will generate enough revenue to get you through life, or generate enough or as much as you want to make, if you put the time in. And if you find something that you enjoy or appreciate or love to begin with, you don't care if you're working 80, 90 hours a week. You're happy to do it. So it's just going to be more money you're going to make. You couldn't do that 50 years ago, even 30 years ago. You were limited pretty much to the 9 to 5, or you had to have a lot of money to open your own business with a license and all this other baloney. But right now you can run something from your phone, and there's millions of young people doing it.
Yeah, I completely agree. So one of the things that I really love and enjoy doing, I'm really good at, is growing weed. So when I was younger, that was literally one of my my things that I was like holding on to, right? I was like, I grow way better than anybody that I know in my community, and friends, people, everybody that I know. I was like the person to go to, right? And then the years passed by, and legalization kicks in, and now nobody needs a weed man, right? So that went down the drain. But I agree. I agree that if you really focus on like what you love doing, there's a market, right? I believe there's a market for anything and everything out there. Like you could just Google it and it's there. But yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, it is an old cliche, but I mean, it is true. I mean, I know I've done it myself. I've seen many others do it. In this day and age today, the tools to do whatever you want are astronomical, and they're at your fingertips. You just have to apply yourself and take advantage of it. There's no reason not to. And I always frowned upon. I always valued my time more than my money, whether I had money or not. So anything I could do passively to give me more time to enjoy myself, I don't understand why more people never seek that out. Not sacrificing their time, for money, when it's, when they have an alternative that's proven to be successful. I never understood why people didn't take advantage of it. A lot of it has some negative connotations tied to it, and scammy shit and trash. And there is a lot of garbage in the industry, but it's not all that way. 80% of business have an affiliate program tied to them. I mean, the biggest company in the world, Amazon, does. I mean, just it's growing in and of itself too.
Yeah, I remember, when was it? Maybe like in probably about 11 years ago, when I first heard about this guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, who I guess he's pushing NFTs now. I'm not really sure what he's doing now.
Yeah.
But I remember, I somebody sent me a video, and I was like, it was more of a motivational video. He used to do that a lot, and I began listening to him, and some of the things he was talking about back then was just that, like, why you're sacrificing your time for a wage, and how far can you really get, and he started throwing out like ideas on how easy people can make money on the side, right? And I remember watching this video about how he literally would just go to like for example, go to like a Marshall store, right? Like a store or something, and buy like a whole thing of shoes, and then go and sell them on Amazon, and how much he sold them for, and stuff like that, and going and selling used items and stuff like that, and how there was a market for it. And it just kind of blew me away, because even though it kind of sounds like common sense, it's just something that had never just crossed my mind, because like I said, when I was young, even though I was like slanging, selling on the side, I still had this mentality of like, I gotta go and work and get a job and pay taxes and all that BS. But yeah, it's pretty cool, to know that there is a lot of stuff that anybody can do out there. You just have to have a passion for it and like fully commit to it. And when you're starting, like, just like with any business, right? Like when you're starting, it is going to require a lot of your time. Like I remember when my wife and I started doing insurance, it was literally just us two, right? And like we didn't have a team, we didn't have like we had like 0 recruits, and it was about like 8 of us in the office total. Well, about 3 or 4 years later, we grew to about 1,000 people. And it just, we would watch these videos about when it was just 8 of us, in the office, like banging on the phones, like being there till 1 a.m, like trying to make it happen. And then here we are, 4 or 5 years later with an office full of people that we don't fit. Now we got to go get another office. And it got to the point where we expanded locations, to another city, and then another state, and then another state. So, it does require a lot of work in the beginning. But, thanks to all that busting ass that we did, now we have passive income. And I haven't sold insurance in like the last 5 years. So, I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, you got to escape the 9 to 5 mentality, if you can, or if you have any desire to. A lot of people, want that or choose that and are built for that, and that's awesome too. But you have to know your limitations more than anything, and understand your objectives of what you want to accomplish. If you don't know those two out of the gate, you're kind of screwed. But if you know, what you're looking to accomplish and what you're not good at, and you're not too proud to pretend that you are, then that's a good foundation right there. And taking risk is the key for any business, and that's why I never like to have any employees.
Yeah, what you mean?
The more people you have, the more problems you have, and it just doesn't work out. Anything bigger than a sole proprietorship, in my opinion, is unnecessary in this day and age.
Does anybody know how to get rid of those Bitcoins or whatever? Do I just restart my phone, or
just take them to the bank? The teller will give you dollars for them.
I don't even want it. It's being used to target me and play these stupid mind games and even threaten me. I don't want any part in it. And it was given to me saying that I was a winner to that.
Oh, you're gonna dump $1? That's a good idea, man. You should.
I don't know how to. Do I just restart my phone? Do I?
How to dump your dollars?
Yeah.
Well, you could dump them into whatever currency or cryptocurrency you're into.
I don't even know
Just
how to do.
unplug and plug back in.
See, I got thrown into this and I got targeted as one person everyone wanted to go after. And I don't even know why. I've never hurt anyone. I've never been around. I've never personally attacked anyone. But they've given it to me, and it made me this higher ranking, and it made me a threat to everyone else. When I don't even know what I'm holding. And I don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah, there's
Just
another
don't
space out there
touch it.
somewhere going on right now that does know. I know that for sure. I forget the name of it though.
Yeah, it's best not to be openly talk about that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm just.
Have a good night.
Well, it sounds like herpes. Herpes.
Weirdos.
Sometimes you don't see it. So I heard, but it's always there.
I can, yeah.
I don't know. I've heard. Rough crowd tonight.